Heyo, Legacy Challenge. Alright, so this is the list I've been championing the last few weeks. It's pretty similar to what we've been running. The real difference is there's no copy of Massacre, and instead we're running a second copy of Empty the Warrens on the board. Death and Taxes has just been on the decline online, as the decks have been in general, so you have a pretty good matchup against them already. There's no reason to dedicate a slot to an already good matchup that is a very small portion of the metagame. At the Leaving a Legacy 3K, out of 103 decks, there was 5 Thalia decks total. Maverick, Death and Taxes, 4-color alone, 5. So it definitely lets you know the percentage of Thalia decks overall, and you just can't justify playing Massacre at a time like this. So if you missed it, a couple weeks ago I released a video on cutting Cabal Ritual. I don't think you need it. There's no matchups where I think it actually helps you anymore, so I am not playing it at all. If you want more information on that, I recommend checking out the video. In other news, tomorrow, Monday, December 3rd, the Epic Storm shop is going live. Today I'm giving you a sneak peek of one of the items. I'm currently wearing a Black Belcher t-shirt. There's tons of other sweet things on there: stickers, tokens, storm counters, Japanese foils, pens. Like, there's a crazy amount of stuff. Go check it out. It's going to be sweet. And the challenge should be starting any minute now. Going back to the deck list, I know that Anthony's been trying a 4th copy of Bloodstained Mire over Scalding Tarn. Last night I had an instance in which having the Scalding Tarn actually mattered, so I do think that is a good split to have. But if you don't want to run it, you can run 4-4, but I think you do give up slight percentage points. And it looks like our match has just started. Let's check it out. And we are facing an opponent I don't believe I've ever faced before. Denym? I don't even know how to say that. But this hand is pretty fantastic, so we're going to keep it. Miracles, okay. I do like quick empties against miracles. And our opponent did not shuffle. I'm going to search up Underground Sea with this and cast Duress. And then next turn we're probably gonna, if we don't hit our land drop, we're probably casting Brainstorm. This is really interesting. So we can take Counterspell and force them to pitch a card for force. Or we can take Brainstorm and leave them with a somewhat clunky hand. But even then they do have an AK. I think I could be wrong. Is the best card in this hand is secretly the Counterspell and not the Force of Will. It also can just counter a Brainstorm on turn 2, which I feel like players are more willing to do than to pitch a card. Okay. So our opponent could now have Terminus on top of their deck due to the Portent. So that resolved. And they force-willed the LED. And they removed Jace. So they probably... Alright, so they have a couple draws to find Terminus. So we can either cast Empty now for 8 goblins, which is a turn 2 clock, or we can cast one more spell, and it will be a 2-turn clock. So I think we should cast another spell. Here I'm going to cast Rite of Flame. I'd rather have Dark Ritual as a rebuilding tool. We could get punished by another counterspell there, but they're so unlikely to counterspell a Rite of Flame. And this represents a turn 2 or a 2-turn clock. Let's just hope the third card down off that portent was not a Terminus. Hopefully we see a shuffle after this brainstorm. It's good news. No Terminus for the draw step, always good. Alright, we're going to crash in for 10 here. Hopefully we can find a discard spell with this Ponder. And all of these are actually very good. Here comes Snapcaster Mage. Alright, we got game 1. Empty the Warrens, way too strong. Okay, so Hope of Gearper comes in. And I've been setting out 1 copy of Duress, a Ponder, and a Mox. So the Duress and Ponder both become Burning Wish targets, which is pretty good because sometimes you don't really want to Burning Wish or Empty the Warrens or Past in Flames. And the Chrome Mox you don't really need 4. I understand you do want to be fast in this matchup, but 3 is good enough. The 4th doesn't make a huge improvement. And you don't really want to dilute your deck at all. So this is optimal sideboarding in my opinion. Hand is great. Let's draw black land. That's also very good. Come on, no counterbalance. I would also accept them force of willingness. Sweet. They exiled a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Just let my creature resolve. So assuming that our Hope of Giripur lives and is able to connect, next turn I'm going to sacrifice it and then cast Ponder looking for a black source, so that way we can cast Ad Nauseam. There's our black source. Uh-oh. This dude's dead. D-E-D. Dead. Well, maybe not if I keep on revealing like this. Alright, this is kind of a little bit better. Empty's not too great, but at least it's out of the deck now. Alright, we just revealed a Lion's Eye Diamond and a Burning Wish. We'll stop. Zero Rite of Flames off this. A little shocking. We'll go grab that Tundras of Agony and end our opponent. Was round one, defeating Miracles. Gotta say, I love this current sideboard plan we have. Hope of Giripur is really strong. It's the real deal. And this showed you turn one off a Volcanic Island into a turn two win. You didn't need to search up a Bayou. You got to play your natural game plan. Card is amazing. So hopefully you enjoyed this round. Stay tuned for round two. Black Belcher, go.